We welcome you to another live edition of the Sports Box, brought to you by our sponsor, Showcase Sports in Hamilton. Showcase Sports for the elite athlete. And by our friends over at CrowdPlay. Download the free CrowdPlay app today and check them out at www.crowdplayapp.com for details. Ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime.
Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of Cage My IQ. I am your host, D-Bake. Tonight we will be previewing Bellator 256, which is a matchup between Ryan Bader and Lyoto Machida, Part 2. This is going to be the very first fight of the Bellator Light Heavyweight Grand Prix. And then if you look at the bracket right here, like I said, this will be the first matchup between Ryan Bader and Lyoto Machida, with next week having two matchups between Corey Anderson and Davizan, and then Vadim Nemkov versus Phil Davis, with the last matchup between Anthony Johnson and Yoel Romero being in the first week of May. But let's get started on this predictions with the first of five fights, with the first one being a bout between Dan Murray and Goti Yamauchi, which is a lightweight bout. This is a very interesting one in matchups and styles. But in this fight, I'm going to cut down to the chase. I got Goti Yamauchi winning this by unanimous decision. I think Dan Murray's coming in. He's looking better than he did. He's been around several promotions, but with the guys that Goti Yamauchi has fought in Bellator, and he's on a high right now on a winning streak, it's kind of hard to go against him. He has the better style of fighting. And then this matchup just screams going with Goti by unanimous decision in this one, so you can take that to the bank. The next matchup we have here is a women's matchup between Kat Zingano versus Olivia Parker. This is interesting because you had Kat Zingano, who was on a high in UFC, going into a matchup with Ronda Rousey, which she lost pretty quickly, and then she went on a fall. But she comes in this facing a striker named Olivia Parker, who has made a name for herself on the regional scene with her boxing style, striking, and then stand up. I really want to go Olivia Parker here. A lot of people are going with her, but I'm going to stick with Kat Zingano here. I think she's going to have too much experience on her side. She's going to try and take Parker down to keep her from striking, and she's going to do the ground and pound. And then I actually got this. You heard it right here. I got her by second round submission. I think she's going to lock in some sort of submission, and she's going to make Parker tap. I think we will see some good things in the first round from Parker, and then I think she'll learn from this loss, and then she'll come back stronger, and then she'll be a player in the division in the next couple of years. But this is a tall task to come in against the number 3 ranked Kat Zingano. So I got Kat Zingano by second round submission. The third bout on this card that we have is a featherweight matchup between Jeremy Kennedy going up against Adam Borks. Adam Borks has looked very good since joining Bellator. His one blemish was in the Grand Prix, where he lost to Caldwell by submission, which he looked very good early on in that, but then Caldwell was able to come in and get the submission on him and to finish him. Since then, he's been able to go on a 2-fight winning streak, being guys like Hammers, who just lost to Usman Namagan, who is, as you know, Habib's younger sibling. And then he also fought once again, but he fought Eric Sanchez. But he's gotten back on track, like I said, with the 2 wins. And then he's going to be leery of this because Kenny is very good with his ground game. And then I'm like, I was going to say Adam Borks for this. I was going into say Adam Borks, but I'm going to show with Jeremy Kennedy with the upset here. Borks is really, like, he's improved his takedown defense, but I don't think it's going to be enough for what Jeremy Kennedy is going to present towards him. I think he's going to take him down. He's going to do the ground and pound. Borks is the kind of guy that's going to want to stand up and trade with you. He's quicker on his feet, but he's not going to be able to be quick when he's on his back. So I got Jeremy Kennedy by unanimous decision with this one. I think he's going to play the ground game, and he's going to land a lot of blows with the ground and pound. So go with Jeremy Kennedy by unanimous decision. On the co-main event of this card, we got women's flyweight bout between Liz Carmucci and Vanessa Porto. This is actually my most intriguing matchup of the card. Liz Carmucci has a lot of pedigree, facing top talent in the UFC. As you see, she's fought in people like Cyborg, Amanda Nunes, Roxanne Modafferi, Jennifer Maya, Barb Hunchak, Sarah Delario, but so has Vanessa Porto. And Vanessa Porto's coming in with this with nothing to lose because she's going to be the underdog. Carmucci's going to be the favorite on the feet. She's the better striker. She's the better woman with movement in this matchup. But this is my pick of the night. I'm going with Vanessa Porto by unanimous decision. I think she's going to go in there. She's going to have a nice mixture of the ground and the stand-up game. And she's going to come in there, take Carmucci down, and Carmucci's going to get flustered by that. And she's going to do enough. I think Porto's going to take the first round. Carmucci's going to come back in and take the second round by keeping the fight on her feet. But then Porto's going to take the fight back down to the ground round 3, and she's going to win 2 rounds to 1. And with the shocker here, because everybody's going to go Carmucci here, but I'm going to go Vanessa Porto by unanimous decision. Now we're going into the main event of the evening, the fight we've been waiting for. It's a light heavyweight matchup between Ryan Bader, the former champion, against Lyoto Machida. And this is going to be the second fight that these guys are going to have. They fought once years ago in UFC, which saw Lyoto Machida win that one, but that was when it was young Ryan Bader. He's not the same fighter he was back then that he is now. Right now, as you know, he is the heavyweight champion, and then he recently won the heavyweight Grand Prix before losing to current light heavyweight champion Nadim Nemkov, who is on the other side of the bracket here, who's going to be fighting next week. Ryan Bader's going to come in motivated. He wants to get his belt back to be 2 belts Bader again. And this is a matchup where you will see Lyoto Machida be more the passive fighter. He is a karate background, and he's all about fighting off of the counters. He's going to let Bader dictate the pace, and he's going to just counter whatever he does. Whereas Bader is the wrestler and who is the better power striker, and he's known for knocking guys out or going with the ground and pound depending on who he's fighting. This is the kind of a fight for Bader that is gonna, I think, catch Lyoto Machida by surprise. I think Lyoto Machida is gonna expect Bader to stand up and try and knock him out. But I feel like Bader's going to come in. He's going to go for the takedowns. He's going to go in quickly for the takedowns and go with the ground and pound. And I feel like with that, it's going to wear out Lyoto Machida in the first round. And I see a second round or third round knockout by Ryan Bader, since this is going to be a 5-round main event fight. So book that in there. I got Ryan Bader by third round knockout. That's what I'm going to go at. He's going to come in. He's going to be motivated to get revenge, and he's going to catch Lyoto Machida by surprise with his game plan, because he's in the peak of his career arouse. Machida's on the downside of his career. He's been 50-50 since leaving the UFC. He was at his highest when he was the champion, then he lost to John Jones, and then he's basically since then he's rotated victories by defeats since then. And it would be a big shocker if Lyoto Machida were to win this bout and then to move on. But I don't think it's going to happen. Ryan Bader's going to get it, and he's going to move on. So put that in. Bader by third round knockout, just like I just said. So for my predictions, we have all 5 in. Remember all of them. We got Yamaguchi. We got Zingano. We got Kennedy. We got Porto, and we have Ryan Darth Bader. That is our Bellator 256 preview show for you. Pretty quickly, just for you guys. Let me know what you guys think. Send in the comments down below on YouTube what you think of my predictions, and then what your predictions are. I would like to hear what your guys' predictions are, so I can see how differently mine are from yours. But this is Cage My IQ. You can follow us on all of our social media platforms: Twitter at the handle Cage IQ, Facebook at the handle Cage My IQ SB, and Instagram at Cage My IQ. And then you can also subscribe to our Twitch page, which will go live on Monday nights at 8:30 at twitch.tv/CageMyIQ. So follow us at that handle right there. Subscribe to our page. Let all your friends know. And check out our recap shows on Monday for UFC Fight Night and then UFC pay-per-view cards. It's me and my co-host Miles, and we usually have somebody with us week to week, or sometimes it's just us. But check us out, and then don't forget to check out my interviews every Wednesday. And right now I got Sam Alves, which is tomorrow, aka Wednesday, April 7th. You can check that out. He's fighting this Saturday on UFC Fight Night, so check out that one. It'll be released on YouTube at 12 o'clock noon Eastern time. So check that out. Check out all of our content. I'm coming out with one recap show in the next day or two. Plus, I'm going to be previewing UFC on ABC2. So that is our show. Once again, we're affiliated with the Sports Box. So check out all those handles for the Sports Box. Great group of guys. They support us every week, just like we support them. Follow them. Check out all the content on there. There's over 10, 20 different podcasts on the network, and we're one of 2 MMA channels. So go do that. Go to our YouTube page. Subscribe to our YouTube page at Cage My IQ, and that is our show. So I will talk to you guys later. Have a nice night.
Thank you for watching this episode of Cage My IQ on the Sports Box. Please remember to follow us on all of our social media outlets. On Facebook at Sportsbox Show, Twitter at Sportsbox Show, Instagram at The Sportsbox Show. Find us on YouTube and join Outside the Box, our Facebook sports discussion group. The Sports Box is brought to you by our sponsor, Showcase Sports in Hamilton. Showcase Sports for the elite athlete. And also our friends over at CrowdPlay. Download the free CrowdPlay app today and use promo code THEBOX at sign up for 10 free points. Thank you for joining us.